Welcome back to Faith Works. I'm your host, Jazalina, and today's guest does it all. She's a host, a producer, and an actress. Mo Brown Sugar is a Jane of all trades and a master at all. She's an entrepreneur, film director, host, voiceover artist, and more. She's most known for her hit comedy show, Mo Brown's Bodega, on IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube. Mo Brown has perfected her craft for years, and she won't stop until she reaches the top. Welcome to the show, Mo Brown. So good to have you on Faith Works.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes. So listen, guys, Mo and I met at Kia Harris' book launch party in Harlem. Yes. And we kept in touch. We did a little dance to Joanna. And we became friends ever since then. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
That's right. Let's get spiritual. All right, Mo, so tell us, how has God changed your life for the better?
Well, I mean, I've always had, God in my life. There are moments where, I see the numbers 111 and 1111 every single day.
Those are angel numbers.
Yes. So I know that God and the universe is connected with me. And there are some times where I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to make it through the next day, through the next hour. And I'll see that 1111 or that 111 and I'm like,
you hear me? It's like a sense of comfort.
It is.
Like the universe is connecting with you at that time. Because I know also when I see 1111, I'm like, all right, today's going to be a good day. I see it all the time. 1111 appears all the time, day and night for me.
But see, I get sensitive because some people think that it's just, oh, you're reading it. Oh, it doesn't matter, but it's really real. And the people that are in my life that work with me, that, are around me, it starts to happen to them.
Yeah, it's real. It really is. And I like to feel as though like my dad is connecting with me at that present moment. Yeah. So I'll just be like, hey, Dad. Now, I've been talking to a lot of people about trials and tribulations, right? So I want to know from you, why do you think God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers?
That's a good question because I asked the same thing. But if everyone could do it, then it wouldn't be special. Then it wouldn't really be inspirational or a story to tell because everybody would be doing the same thing.
Okay, so let's talk about faith, right? Faith, is something that's really important for us to hold on to, right? Because it's like the unseen, right? But as humans, we want to answer right away. We don't want to wait for it. We want to know, So
I keep turning. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It moves around. So tell me a little bit about how faith is important for you on a daily basis.
It keeps me going. It keeps me going. When I'm really stressed out, I just say, universe, God, I just need you to help me make it through the next hour. I just talk.
Yeah.
I just talk. I'm like, I know you hear me because you send me numbers, you send me signs, you send me beautiful people. So I just talk to them. Like that's what keeps me going. I'm like, all right. Sometimes I try to negotiate. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, all right. If you let me go to this party safely, God, I won't curse for like 5 days.
I love that. I love it. And now, do you not curse for 5 days?
Maybe like 4.5. But God knows my heart.
Speaking of which, because that is such a popular statement, God knows my heart. So what does that mean to you exactly? Because sometimes people use it as an excuse, but sometimes it's the truth.
No,
so how do you?
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
You can tell. Look, the people around me are amazing, so I know that I'm amazing.
You are.
But that sounded stank, right? I don't care.
No, you have to have confidence.
Right.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
If you're not going to say you're fly, who's going to tell you, right? You got to know it for yourself.
Absolutely.
I also like to refer to myself as a spicy Christian. We're not perfect people. We all make mistakes, So I love God. I love Jesus. I pray on a regular basis. I try to read the word as often as I can. But at the same time, I also like to dip it low in the club.
You gotta live.
I like to dip it low. Now let's talk a little bit about prayer because there are times when I feel like, it's hard for me to even like mouth the words to pray because I'm just going through something that's kind of like discouraging me and keeping my spirit really low. Have you ever experienced something like that?
Yes. In this industry as an entertainer, I experience it almost every week.
How do you handle it?
I meditate. I write my affirmations for myself. And I just talk to God. You know, I say what I want. I try not to say why me. I try not to question why certain things are happening, because when you look back at it, you're like, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened.
Growing up, were you raised to believe in God? Were your parents heavy like churchgoers? Yeah. What was that like for you?
I grew up in the church.
Okay.
I went to Bridge Street AWME Church in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And then I went to Emmanuel near Clinton and Washington in Brooklyn. Yes, we went to church. I founded a choir. I did a lot of stuff. I was in the after-school programs. I did church plays, all of that. So I was very much so. I met my first boyfriend in church. God brings you everything, honey. I just playing.
Was church like a big part of your life growing up? And
yes.
As an adult, did you feel as though you wanted to continue to go on a frequent basis, or did you just want to praise God on your own?
On my own. I'm closer to God now than ever in my life. And I don't go to church every Sunday.
Okay.
But I do when I feel it. I do when I'm invited. I've chosen that just because of my past experiences with a lot of my Christian friends and stuff. They tended to be very judgmental, and it's very hurtful.
Yes.
And church and the doctor's office are the two places that you're supposed to feel the most safe.
Yes.
And I didn't. And it was a very painful experience.
Because I can relate to you.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be at one church and be a member there for a very long time and then feel like it's no longer the place that you want to worship at because you don't feel like it's a safe zone.
From that experience in switching churches, I then started really paying attention to my Muslim friends or my Buddhist friends, Catholicism, everything. And I started saying, well, you know what? Let me start learning these different religions and seeing why people are treating, one another a different way. What is separating us? Why can't I be close friends with, this one? My roommate I think she was from India at the time, and then I had another one from Greece. So when you live with people that are different religions from you, you start to say, okay, wait a minute, what have I been taught? I've been taught to fear so much. And if God is love and He teaches you not to be fearful, then why am I listening to people preach to me, be afraid of the one thing that I'm supposed to feel safe and loving around?
I agree.
So it started changing my views of going to church every Sunday.
Yeah. And that's okay. So Mo here is an incredible actress and an entrepreneur, and she started her own web series called Mo Brown's Bodega. Yes. Tell us about it.
Mo Brown's Bodega is the story of a girl named Mo who graduated college, and her parents gives her a bodega instead of giving her jewelry or a car.
Okay.
And she has these big dreams of being an entertainer, but her parents believe that she needs to be an entrepreneur in these days and own something. So she has to take care of this bodega, and it just follows her around the crazy things that has happened to her and that happens to her on a daily basis.
So why did you want to start your own show?
I started my own show because I kept getting no.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I worked really hard to, really, really hone my crafts. With an S. I spent time, in musical theater and touring. I spent time in the studio and recording, training from coaches and churches. I've spent time directing. I've taken director's courses. I've taken time to be an actress, like to do voiceovers.
Right.
I've
so
had
you have full control.
Right, and so I how many times are you guys going to tell me no? I'm not going to keep chasing, something that's saying no. So one day, the day that I was told no, I remember texting my dad and I said, Daddy, I'm not going to be hosting this. They said no. And he said, okay, He called me. He said, give yourself a week, cry, do whatever you need to do, but pick yourself up. And so on the 5th day of crying and constantly saying, like if somebody would call me, I would say, hello, what's up, how you doing? I don't know, because nobody wants me, so it doesn't matter how I'm doing.
Mad dramatic.
Mad extra. Like, this is simple. What do you want to eat? I don't know, because people don't want me, so I don't want to eat.
I know the feeling.
Anyway, so after all of that shenanigans, I just decided to research myself.
Yes.
Like how I would research all of the greats.
Right.
Like we're in school to learn the tools to carry us forth in life. So I said, you know what? Let me research all the shows that I've hosted. Let me, really, really go into who this entertainer is.
Mo Brown's Bodega on IGTV is like one of my favorites. And my favorite episode is Whack and Workin'. Yes. I love it.
It's on mobrownsbodega.com, YouTube, Facebook.
Yes.
We put it everywhere.
Yes, but take a look at this clip real quick. Get into it.
Look, I can sing. This dude named Michael used to rhyme on a cycle. Dick bigger than a tower. I ain't talking about Eiffel. Real country ass nigga, let me play with his rifle. Pussy put his ass to sleep. Now he calling me NyQuil. Now let's bang, bang, bang. I let him hit it cause he slang cocaine. He talks my style like his name Romaine. And when we done, I make him buy me Balmain. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, what he say? He can tell I ain't missing no meal. Come through and fuck him in my automobile. Let her eat it with his grill. Keep telling me to chill. He keep telling me it's real. They love my sister Peel.
That was so funny. You're such a natural on camera. I love it. You guys have to check out Mo Brown's Bodega. It's so good. And we're getting a season 2.
Yes, we are. Yes, a season 2. We are on to episode 7 of season 2. It's going to be 10 episodes. And it's going to be exciting.
One of the things about being a creative is that sometimes your ideas are stolen. And I know that you experienced this because a popular network stole Mo's idea of Mo Brown's Bodega. How did you handle this?
I've been in and out of that network for like 10 years. So, it's a team of 22 people that I have to fight for. You know, it was, flew out from Milwaukee to come film. I had, the stylist coming from, the Hamptons to just bring a jacket. People were coming from all over to be a part of it. And so just to have it ripped like that, it really hurt. It affected the whole team.
Because this is your baby. This is something you created, So to see it just ripped and taken away from you, it's like, what? And without anyone even consulting you.
Yeah, I feel like I could have been asked, but that's just not what happened. It's made me, I now have trust issues that I'm working on because I'm very friendly, I'm very fun, I'm like, let's go out, let's do something, whatever. But there are people that really secretly don't like you or really secretly mean like harm, or it's like a crab in a barrel situation. And I never grew up like that. So to experience it, it was like, wake up. I got phone calls from producers from LA saying, welcome to the industry. And it's kind of like,
it's a common thing. But it's unfortunate. It's like, but why does it have to be this way?
Right. It's, it's something that I'm still going through right now. We just have to keep going, and we're filming season 2. We're not giving up. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere, and there's a lot that's coming soon.
So Mo, do you have a favorite Bible scripture that you can share with us?
I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's this one, because I'm looking at the phone. Don't be anxious about anything. Rather, bring up all of your requests to God in your prayers and petitions, along with giving thanks.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, now it's time for my favorite part of the show. It is time to give. So here I have the treasure box. All right, Mo. So I want you to pick something from the treasure box. Close your eyes. Pick the gift from the box. Thank you again for being a guest on Faith Works. Yes. And let's see what you get. Something great for me. Okay. All right, let's see. Ooh, that's really pretty. I love it. So beautiful, and it matches your jewelry already.
I love charm bracelets.
Look at that. All right, so before you go, Mo, do you have a testimony or a confession you want to make?
It's more so just me telling you people to be yourself. I know some people don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who you are, then just do different things so that you can figure out what you like. Right. Never let anyone try to control you or tell you who they think you are.
Well, thank you so much, Mo, for being a guest here on Faith Works. You are so funny. I love your energy. Good. Yes. And thank you guys for watching Faith Works. Please watch every week a new episode. And also, please subscribe to my channel. And always remember, walk by faith,
not by sight.
That's right. See you next time.